it be.
Come on.
Let it be.
Oh.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be.
I see, Baba.
Yes.
No, I see why. Wakshaya ding dong.
I wangishaya ding dong, but uNkulunkulu wenza ezinye izinto ngoba ngiqala ukumbona besibancane. But ngiqala nje ukumbona ngathi lo unkosikazi wami.
You know, Ma, you're also a renowned singer in your own right, and you've enjoyed a lot of success in the entertainment industry as Ebony. Did you ever envision your life and sharing your music career with a man that, also has the exact same talent as you?
Wow. No. But going back, it's like people must know that when I came to Joburg, he's the one who recruited me to come to Joburg. And as he says, when we met, he had that thing, he really wanted me to be his wife. And we were still very young. And and I was saying, no, you are my friend. And then they were there for 10 days, and then we became good friends. But singathandani. And then I promised to come back with them to Joburg. And when the day came, I didn't come with them. And then he says that on his way, he was like, Onkos, I must see that girl again.
Yeah.
And remember, in the 70s and in the early 80s, as a musician, we used to run away from home. You had to choose between a family and music because your parents wouldn't allow you to get into the music industry because bebekhuluma ngokuthi uzoba utsotsi and then when now awuzukuziphatha kahle uzoba iskhebereshe and all that. But what I can say, I'm grateful to God because we have proved them wrong. And only God knew our way. As he says, I knew you before I formed you.
Yes.
And he says again, I have a plan for your life.
Yes.
He's the only one who knew that this was going to happen. And it just happened that when they got back to Joburg, he convinced the owner of the band, ukuthi ababuyele ePhalabura, there's this girl, because ubengekho the owner.
Yeah.
And he says, eventually, he said, okay, tomorrow, let's go. And by that time when they arrived, my mother was there as well looking for me. And only to find that the owner of the group was Mtembu and my mother was Mtembu.
So there was a connection.
A great connection. And then that's how my mother then released me and said, okay, you can go and join this group as long as now I know where you are. I didn't know that, but it happened that by the grace of God, I was the one who got famous first before him as Ebony.
Yes.
And people got to know me as Ebony, and they didn't know that there was a man behind me who was Ihhashi Elimhlophe, but no, he was just Upegi njengokuthi Upegi Ngcobo. And then he then became famous after me. But then I think I had this in me that I really want my husband to be the head, more than me.
Wow.
And I then started promoting his music.
Yeah.
I took a back seat. It's a bit of a long story because there was a time when I released a gospel album. And then when I released that gospel album, a guy from Venda approached me and said I must go and minister in churches and all that. Yes, I got saved at the age of 13, but then, wafike goli, but then I had this edge of composing and recording a gospel album. And this man approached me. I thought he was coming to book me for a gig or something, and he spoke about ministering in churches. And that was not yet my belief. I was not yet there.
Yes.
It was like, I'm just releasing this song. And then he said, I think you have a greater calling than what you think. And I said, I lo yangulela lo. Ngoba yimi, I'm the breadwinner. Yimi engilethi imali ekhaya more than my husband. So manje sizoyenza sizodlwela imizi mos. And then this man just said to me, go and pray about it and I'll pray with you. And then I said to him, the main thing that I said, the only time I can minister is when if God can raise my husband to be above me, then I'll be able to do that.
I see Shia Lapo, because we need to go for a short ad break. What a beautiful love story. And also how Uma was more famous than you in the beginning. We're going to go for a short ad break and talk about the dynamics of working as a couple together, the sacrifices that come with that after this.
Hey buddy, it's me, your car. Wow, we've been through a lot over the years, eh? Many roads, many towns, so many memories. But listen, it's time to move on, eh? Go and get yourself a fresh new ride. But just promise me one thing. Let me go the right way. Let me go to We Buy Cars. We Buy Cars, the best way to sell your car by far.
When it becomes hot, Mzansi, the DSTV Premiership action becomes hotter. AmaZulu FC's intentions are vivid, that in the beautiful game, you don't win once in a while to enjoy soft life in the top half. You win regularly. Meanwhile, Chippa United believe their strategy is too good for Usuthu to trouble them. KZN is up against Eastern Cape. Usuthu versus the Chili Boys. This is Ipola Letu. Catch the DSTV Premiership clash between AmaZulu and Chippa United. Live on Saturday, 10 September, live at 3 p.m. on SABC1 and your favorite SABC radio station. Hashtag We Love It Here. Brought to you by SABC Sport.
For the love of the game.
Where Ntombi. I thank Ntombi to bring Baba Ihhashi Elimhlophe. You know what, the way I like him, Ntombi, I decided to call myself Ihhashi Lemnyama. And ekhaya emsebenzini bazivele mina ngihashi. Yabona, hayi Elimhlophe Lemnyama. Uyabona? I thank Ntombi. Hayi, yabona ungikhumbuza isiqaqa. Hayish. Ungikhumbuza isiqaqa. Hayish. Yabona? Even they decided to close isiqaqa because of washona ulokhunjana, umfazi omnyama. Hayish. Ungikhumbuza isiqaqa man, hayi. Ngithi hayi uNkulunkulu ambhusise man. Eish. uNkulunkulu ambhusise ngiyamthanda kakhulu uNtombi. Uyabona? Asibonge Ntombi. Papa Ratu in Asvatere ne MJG the best. Thank
Listening to this power couple, I'm actually emotional. Empilweni yami ngihlala ngithi angifuni ukufa ngamithanga these two people because lento abayenzile yenzeke exactly the same to me and my wife, so their stories are like my story. Actually, I'm so emotional. I love this power couple. I wish more people can be like them. They are the good role models. Keep it up, guys.
Oh, thank you so much for those voice notes. How do you feel about, people just saying they admire you, people saying that they look up to you, people saying that they're inspired by your story? Nizizwa kanjani?
Yo. Hey.
It makes me emotional and what I know is that God has given us this torch, and I always speak to God and I say, Father God, I thank you for having given us this torch, for having given us this light to light up our marriage and to carry this torch for other people as well. And because I think God has put us up there to show people that it is possible. Yeah. It is possible. Oh, yes. And if you do it God's way, you will never ever fail. And we are humbled, and we will really want makwenzeka Ntombi ukuthi sikwazi ukuhlangana naye lo baba lo bekhuluma manje. Yes, singajabula kakhulu nathi.
We've got his contact details and we'll share those contact details with him. Oh, bagithi siyabonga. Let's take more calls. On the line we've got Alex. Alex, you're live on Radio 2000. Ngiyaphila baba, wena unjani?
Ngiyabela kakhulu ukuthola ngikhulele yakhe Elimhlophe lapho lapha nazizwa wakhe kaphetena kapha kunjani lo kibeli phathe wrong.
Hayi, ngomusa kaNkulunkulu hayi nawe ungazihleke ngendlela engiphila ngayo
Wow, baba yazi kwazi ukuthi banilalela nawe Elimhlophe babuke ubabemnyama hawu emhlanganiso egodlozana ngithanda image nawo baba.
Hayi siyabonga kakhulu sibonga kakhulu. Yes.
Phela mina ngisibashe la Mount Special Soweto ne. Ngithanda nje image yakho baba.
Soweto.
Yes baba ngifisa Soweto baba.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, he's going to be recording a live DVD at Soweto Theatre. We're going to talk about that. Maybe, Alex, you can go and be part of that magical experience. Gosnati, you live on Radio 2000.
Thank you for meeting the legends. Greetings in studio.
Siyabonga.
Thank you. I want to remind you something. We have me met in Pietermaritzburg la ngase ngacela i-best of Ihhashi Elimhlophe kune album ethi ama-Church they were good track there ama-Church ulundi all tracks ngangithindisa nathi hayi zizotholakala
amacala
sangene court manje
ngoba zikamaskanda nethemu babu washe Elimhlophe.
Because Nati siyabonga, thank you so much.
Baba.
And also for the
but
amafoni akhulile phela manje khona amafoni akhona amafoni azolandela ngiyabonga.
All right, siyabonga Nkosi, thank you so much. Thank you. We don't have that much time. One of the things I wanted to touch on is the family that you've built. You've turned the entertainment industry into a family business, and all your children are doing really well. We're seeing Ntombi on TV. We're seeing also on TV as well. And the two boys are also doing quite well as well. What is the secret to raising a family in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, akukho lula kodwa ke kulula mayingabe naso ukuthi nifunane. Abatwana bethu amsho kube abatwana bokuqala la ekhaya ukuthi babe ngabaculi bebancane nathi sasingafisi ukuthi becule njengoba nathi abazali bethu bebengafisi ukuthi sicule ngezinto esizibonayo yabona but ke one day sathi siyabuya sathola ukuthi basenzele i-demo yabo bazithethile yes bafike basilalelisa hisalalela sabhekana sodwa ukuthi no phela lento ingasebenza lento but isikhathi sakhona masihambe emakhampanini sithi sifuna ukuba recorder bebethi no ayikho imarket yabantwana bazothengwa ubani ngenhlanhla ke saze sathola enye ikhampani esangena kuyo saba ngama partners nabo ngecompany yethu sakwazi ukuba recorder ke baduma kabatwana baduma abatwana sahamba yonke indawo phesheya na esikoleni sabo bebebavumela ukuthi mabehamba babanikeze homework bahambe befunda yes sahamba nabo kanjalo bakhula singabantu aba strict kakhulu ebatwaneni
ngiyanibona
yes
ngiyabona ukuthi ni strict man
singabantu aba strict kubatwana abatwana sibakhulise ngokuthi bangabatwana ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuthi babe nenhlonipho
yeah Baba, before we let you go, I need to talk about this DVD that you are recording this month at Soweto Theatre. It's one of its kind in the Maskandi genre. What inspired it? And if you can just give me the answer in 1 minute, because we need to go to the news, Baba.
Ngicabanga ukuthi uNkulunkulu wenza izinto zakhe ngeyakhe indlela mangabe uNkulunkulu uyasinikeza ama ideas kwangcoba ukuthi masingenza lokhu senze kungakho I'm sure nguMaskandi owenze nabantu abaningi ingoma eziningi kugenre ungasiyo uMaskandi namanje abesingasi thina nakhona ukuthi yithi abokuqala sizwa abantu nje sebesho ukuthi hayibo yini phela bokuqala nenza lento i-live DVD besingekho lapho thina besizenzela nje njengananga umama ongiholayo uthe no ahlale phansi sifuna manje senze kanje ngiyamlalela kunkosikazi wami ngoba ngiline khona kwesinye isikhathi ngasho kubo baba ukuthi abalalele omama uNkulunkulu mayekubusisa ukubusisa ngento ongazukuyinaka ozohlala naye endlini abanye baxosha izibusiso zabo ngokudivorce namhlanje uyahlupheka umuntu ngoba isibusiso sesifikile akazange asibone uNkulunkulu izwi likaNkulunkulu lithi umfazi ohlakaniphile uzowakha umusi wakhe hayi wendoda kodwa umusi ubizwa ngoba ngendoda mawungafika kwami uzofika ubheka ukuthi hey kuhle kwaNgcobo hey Ngcobo wakhile kodwa nanga umuntu wakhe
Guma, when is this happening, Baba? Give us dates, give us location, give us everything so that people can experience it.
Ngay 16 nange 17 zika September, it's next week Friday and Saturday. Friday intambama ngo 6 and then on Saturday izoqala ngo 3. Ayigobe kushubile kumnandi gobe kumanzi phansi.
Hayi man.
Gobe kushikisha ufuthi kuhletha ufish.
Siyabonga kakhulu. You've made my dream come true. I've always looked at you with great admiration, and the fact that I'm sitting down and talking to you,
Thanks so much for having us.
Well, we're a little bit late for the news, but I think it was worth it because power couple, Umam Eboni Nobabegi, in the studio with us today. It's news time.
SABC News, independent and impartial.
In the news at 11 on Radio 2000, I am on Delambana. EFF threatens legal action against acting public protector and tributes pour in for the late Queen Elizabeth. A very good morning. The EFF has threatened to take legal action against acting public protector advocate Koleka Gcaleka over the Phala investigation. The party argues that Gcaleka should have released the report into the saga 30 days after the initial complaint.